All right, let's talk about Medellín, Colombia. You've probably heard it called the city of eternal spring, and yeah, the weather is pretty much perfect. But that's not the real story. The real story is how this city pulled off one of the most incredible comebacks in modern history. It's a story you really have to hear to believe.
So here's the thing about Medellín. Is it the world's most dangerous city, or is it the world's most innovative? I mean, how can one place be both? It's wild to think that not too long ago, this city was infamous, a place you'd avoid. And then, bam! In 2013, it gets named the most innovative city in the world. It beat out New York City and Tel Aviv. So what on earth happened? How did that switch flip?
I mean, just look at this contrast. It is absolutely night and day. Back in the 90s, you hear Medellín, you think murder capital of the world, you think cartels, you think danger. Fast forward to today, and it's this buzzing hub for creatives and digital nomads. It's literally a textbook example of how to reinvent a city. So how do they pull it off? Let's get into it.
Okay, so we're diving into the great transformation. And let me tell you, this wasn't an accident. It wasn't just luck. This was a deliberate, super smart plan, a new way of thinking about urban planning that, and this is the key, put people first. This timeline really lays it all out. So, 1991, things are at rock bottom. I mean, a homicide rate of 381 per 100,000 people, it's just unimaginable. But then look what happens just 4 years later. The city builds a metro. And this wasn't just about getting from point A to B. It was a massive symbol of pride, of connection. Then you get the metro cables in 2004. Think of them like ski lifts, but for a city. It was a brilliant, elegant solution. You got all these poor neighborhoods or barrios, way up on the steep hills, totally cut off from jobs and the rest of the city. The metro cable physically linked them. These projects weren't just about concrete and steel. They were about social justice. They were lifelines that completely changed the game.
All right, now to really get what happened in Medellín, we have to zoom in on one specific place, Comuna 13. Its story is basically the entire city's story packed into one neighborhood. It's the whole journey, just cranked up to 11.
I mean, let that sink in. Not just a dangerous neighborhood in a dangerous city, one of the most dangerous. We're not talking about a bad part of town. We are talking about a literal war zone. This was a battleground for guerrilla fighters, paramilitaries, you name it. If you lived there, you were trapped. Trapped by the geography, trapped by the violence, completely cut off from everything.
So how do you come back from that? Well, it started after this big, controversial military operation in 2002. The community had to find a new way forward, and it was the young people who led the charge. They picked up spray cans, not guns. They started using hip-hop, breakdancing, and incredible graffiti to tell their own stories, to resist. It was their way of taking back their home. And then, the city came in with those now famous outdoor escalators. It sounds simple, but it was revolutionary. Suddenly, people weren't trapped anymore. Today, Comuna 13 is a must-see for tourists. It's this vibrant, living monument to resilience.
There's a saying you hear in Comuna 13 that just says everything. The guns were traded for spray cans. I mean, wow. It's such a perfect, powerful way to describe what happened here. They chose art over war, color over conflict, and in doing so, they completely repainted their own future.
Okay, so we've covered the heavy, incredible history. Now let's switch gears and explore the Medellín of today. What does it actually feel like? Let's check out the vibe of this amazing modern city.
Right in the center of the city, you've got Plaza Botero. It's basically a giant open-air art gallery, and it's awesome. It's packed with these 23 huge bronze sculptures by Fernando Botero, who's from Medellín. His whole thing is making everything, well, big and round and full of life. They're so fun and touchable, and it makes art feel accessible to absolutely everyone.
Now, if you're visiting, chances are you'll get to know El Poblado. This is the spot. It's the trendiest, most international neighborhood with amazing restaurants, cool coffee shops, and a nightlife scene around Parque Lleras that is always buzzing. It really is the modern, global face of the city.
But what's cool is that Medellín isn't just about the party scene or the art. The city has a real soul for nature and science, too. You have these two incredible places right next to each other. On one hand, Parque Explora, this super cool hands-on science museum. And right there, you can step into the botanical garden, the Jardín Botánico, and it's like you've entered a different world, a totally peaceful, green escape from all the noise.
Okay, so let's say you're going. You want the real experience, right? You want to live like a local. So let's get into the inside scoop on the culture, the food, and how to stay smart and safe. Let's talk about living like a paisa. First off, what even is a paisa? Well, that's what you call someone from this whole region of Colombia. And paisas are known for being super friendly, really proud of their city and its story, and very industrious. And if you want to eat like a paisa, oh man, you have to order the bandeja paisa. It is this giant platter of food. We're talking beans, rice, ground meat, sausage, avocado, a fried egg, the works. My advice? Don't eat breakfast that day.
Now, for a super important safety tip, and it's a piece of local wisdom you'll hear everywhere. It's the phrase, no dar papaya. Literally, it means don't give papaya. The idea is simple. Don't walk around with a juicy, tempting piece of fruit out for anyone to just grab. It's a metaphor, of course. It just means don't make yourself an easy target. Don't wave your brand new smartphone around. It's not about being scared, it's just about being street smart, which you do in any big city in the world.
And here are just a few more essential tips for you. First, stay in well-known, lively neighborhoods like El Poblado or Laureles. They're great. For getting around, especially at night, use a ride-hailing app like Uber. Easy and safe. Definitely use the metro. It's fantastic, clean, efficient, and a huge point of pride for the locals. And hey, good news, the tap water is totally safe to drink. One last thing, and this one's important. You'll see tours about Pablo Escobar. A lot of locals really dislike them. Instead, a much more meaningful thing to do is visit the Memory House Museum. It tells the story of the city's past from the victim's point of view. It's a way to really understand and respect what the city went through.
So when you put it all together, you see that Medellín is so much more than just a cool place to visit. It's a city reimagined. It's a powerful lesson for the rest of the world about what's possible.
And that's really the core of it, isn't it? The story of Medellín makes you ask a pretty profound question. This city proves that a place isn't doomed by its past. It managed to completely rewrite its own story, from the absolute darkest chapter you can imagine to one of hope and innovation. And it leaves you with this one big thought. If a city can do this, what's stopping any of us from transforming? What are the limits, really?